Hello, my name is Lena Bates, and today I'll be discussing the gentleman by the name of Steve Jobs and the creator of the first smartphone. Does anybody in the room have a smartphone?
My big one? My big one.
Smartphones are part of our everyday life, and they wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Steve Jobs. Today, I'm discussing Steve Jobs' growing up, getting interested in technology, and starting up a successful company. First, Steve Jobs grew up and was born in February 24th, 1955, in San Francisco. He was adopted by Paul and Carla Jobs. This was stated by notable biographies editors. It was not stated what had happened to Steve Jobs' parents, biological parents. His adopted father was a machinist and fixed cars for a hobby. Jobs remembers his father with being handy with his hands. In 1961, the family moved to Mountain View, California. This area had become a center for electronics such as radios, televisions, stereos, and computers. People started to call this place Silicon Valley. This is because silicone is used in manufacturing electronics parts. As a child, Jobs enjoyed doing things himself. He enjoyed working in a workshop for Hewlett Packard. Second, in the summer of 1968, 13-year-old Steve Jobs went to Hewlett Packard for an internship. Steve Jobs worked at Hewlett Packard during the summer. While in high school, he attended lectures at Hewlett Packard's computer company. On one occasion, Steve Jobs asked the president, William Hewlett Packard, in 1931 to 2011, for some parts for a school project. As stated from All About Steve Jobs article by Roman Milascat. Hewlett was so impressed, he offered Steve Jobs an internship at the company. After graduating in 1972, Jobs started college in Portland, Oregon for 2 years. He dropped out to study Eastern religions in India in summer of '74. He joined a group called Hebrew Computer Club. He met a technical whiz named Steve Wozniak, who tried to build a computer. Third, in 1976, Wozniak and Jobs created a company called Apple Computer Company. Jobs created this name from the summer jobs he had picking apples. They raised $1,300 by selling Microbiz and Wozniak's calculator. Jobs realized a huge gap in the computer sales. They redesigned their computer and made the Apple II. And went to market in 1977. The sales went 2.7 million the company's grew, the sales grew to 200 million. Steve Jobs stated, Steve Jobs biography.com editors. Then they created a computer called the Apple III. The Apple III suffered problems, and then the Macintosh, another computer created, was unsuccessful. In 1985, Steve Jobs resigned from the company. Jobs soon created a company called NeXT. NeXT was geared towards the educational market. The NeXT software he created, which was created in 1986, which went on to create Toy Story and 2 other films. In 1996, Apple purchased NeXT from Jobs for $400 million. In July 1997, Steve Jobs was in trim. In 2001, Apple created a first store in California. In 2003, Jobs was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. In 2007, iPhone was released. In 2009, Steve received a successful liver transplant, and he was close to dying when the surgery happened. In 2011, Steve Jobs resigned from the Apple company. He had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer again. Steve Jobs died at his home, surrounded by family. In conclusion, Steve Jobs overcame many obstacles that many people has not dealt with. After birth, being adopted by parents at such a young age, he showed us that we can do anything if we put our minds to it and never give up. Steve Jobs growing up and getting interested in technology and starting a successful company, not many people can do that, but he did. He showed us we can do anything. I'd like to share a quote with everybody today from Steve Jobs himself. Sometimes life is going to throw you a brick and hit you in the head. Don't give up. Thank you, and have a great day.